Scientists in Mexico pulling back the curtain on what they believe are aliens and put two of those corpses on display. Take a look. These small mummified specimens were unveiled at Mexico's first ever UFO hearing yesterday. Yeah, it looks like E.T. You're right. The alleged alien corpses were found in Peru. They're believed to be 700 to 1,800 years old. They only had 3 fingers and elongated heads. X-rays of the aliens were also shown, and experts say one of the bodies has eggs inside of it.
What could be more convincing about the existence of aliens than finding their strange remains in ancient burial sites? From ancient myths to recent sightings, curiosities about extraterrestrials have always been the subject of our interest. In South America, something rather astonishing has been discovered. Skulls with elongated shapes, often described as alien-like, have been unearthed in Mexico. Join us as we explore this captivating mystery, examining the past, where aliens might have once lived among us, and the modern encounters that have recently taken place. In this video, we will investigate intriguing incidents of alien visitations, challenging our understanding of reality and the secrets that may lie just beyond our grasp. Number 1. The Paracas skulls.
Teo was the father of Peruvian archaeology. And in the 1920s, he discovered mummy bundles, and in each mummy bundle was a person with an elongated skull. They were buried in family mausoleums, in some cases as deep as 30 feet into the bedrock.
The Paracas skulls were unearthed on the south coast of Peru in the 1920s. Such domed crania are not just slightly elongated. They have an abnormally enormous cranial volume and structure that defy explanation. DNA tests show mutations not seen in any human being, primate, or animal, suggesting a lineage that strays far from our understanding of evolution. Carbon dating takes these skulls back to 2,000 years ago, hinting at a dark history of ancient visitors who may have walked among us. Could these skulls be remnants that tell us all about otherworldly beings? Their failure to possess a sagittal suture and their enormous past raises chilling questions about their ancestry. Were these beings the survivors of a culture that sought to emulate the divine beings? As we discover and unearth such relics, we are faced with the chilling reality of this world, which may once have harbored extraterrestrial life and changed human history as we know it. The skulls of Paracas point at one thing that people may never be able to grasp: the existence of extraterrestrials. Number 2. Alien bodies in Mexico. Unearthed from the arid sands of Peru. These relics have set the world ablaze with controversy. They are small in frame, with elongated heads and only 3 fingers on each hand. They defy all conventional understanding of human anatomy. Carbon dating shows that they originated from space, with one specimen dating back over 1,700 years. Rumors of their discovery echo throughout the halls of power as Mexico's Congress gathers to witness these spine-chilling relics. Scientists, under oath, testify to the non-human nature of these beings. Their DNA is a tapestry of mystery, woven with strands of the unknown. However, to this day, the facts are obscured by a veil of mystery. While the arguments continue, the bodies lie still, their secrets locked within their desiccated forms. Number 3. Queen Puabi's skull. Our quest for extraterrestrial marks takes us to the ancient Sumerian city of Ur, where the remains of Queen Puabi were unearthed. Her skull, over 4,500 years old, is covered with a complex headdress, causing people to believe that it was designed to mask an elongated head, hinting at origins beyond our world. Elaborate ornaments and complex craftsmanship raise unsettling questions about otherworldly influences on early human societies. Was Queen Puabi simply a ruler empowered to govern her city? Or was she an embodiment of a deity who ought to be worshipped? Speculation swirls around her peculiar cranial features, suggesting she may have been an Anunnaki hybrid, a link between humanity and extraterrestrial visitors. With carbon dating affirming her ancient lineage, Puabi's existence challenges our understanding of human history. Could she be one of those who secretly harbored proof of alien intervention in the development of civilization? Number 4. The Atacama skeleton, Atta. In 2003, a 6-inch skeleton of a being in the middle of the no-man's-land Chilean desert, nicknamed Atta, caught everyone's interest. With a conical head and eye sockets that peer into the soul, Atta was no ordinary discovery. What was even more unusual was the rib count. It had 10 pairs instead of the typical 12 found in humans. These characteristics initially led to theories suggesting it could be an alien or a previously unknown primate species. However, the genetic analysis reported Atta as a human female with severe mutations related to dwarfism and other bone diseases. She was a vertebrate, but she looked short. Her bone structure depicted a 6 to 8-year-old girl, suggesting she underwent a lot of torture. While some suggest Atta might be evidence of ancient interstellar encounters, others remain skeptical. Number 5. Nazca mummies. In the arid Nazca Desert of Peru, a most troubling discovery has been made. Mummified remains that defy all conventional understanding of human anatomy, found wearing intricate headdresses, unusual skeletal features of elongated heads, and 3-fingered hands. These mysterious human-like figures have sparked wild speculation about their origins. Could they be the remnants of an alien race that lived on the same planet among us in the old days? DNA analysis conducted by researchers claims these mummies are a non-human species that coexisted with ancient humans in Peru. Nevertheless, these discoveries have not been well received by mainstream scientists, who have claimed that the mummies in question are fake, stating that they are the products of deliberate efforts using cranial binding. The debate rages on, with some insisting these mummies are authentic ancient remains that could challenge our very understanding of human history. If they are genuine, then they may well be a previously untold part of the history of our world, and perhaps evidence of alien visitors. Number 6. Metal-plated skull. In the Museum of Osteology in Oklahoma City, there is a new exhibit, an elongated skull with a horrifying metallic attachment. This grim relic has become the spark of an online frenzy of fascination combined with fear. It is an elongated human-like skull, but deformed, and carries a half-moon-shaped metallic object with seemingly an eye look and a circular base. Forensic anthropologist Dr. John Verano said that he's never come across anything like that before. Could this black metal within be a remnant of alien metal? Speculations swirl, as the skull looks like the extraterrestrial beings we see in movies, and the multiple genetic distortions. As author Heidi Hall points out, people are aware of elongated skulls. However, a skull with an implant is something new. Researchers suggest that it could have resulted from cases of cranial deformation in early inhabitants of the area, while others believe it was an outright fraud. Let's move from ancient mummified remains of aliens to their sightings in more recent years. It seems the visits by our silent neighbors have increased exponentially, and their intrusions are being recorded by cameras now. Take this incident. Number 7. Jellyfish UAP in Iraq. Military personnel that were based in Iraq in late 2008 reported a peculiar, unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAP, that became known as the jellyfish UAP due to its distinctive appearance. Witnesses described the object as a jellyfish-like creature that appeared to move in an undulating motion that made it conspicuous against the stark desert sky. This UAP flew in erratic flight patterns. It hovered, oscillating over a single raise point before suddenly speeding off in another direction. The way the jellyfish UAP point raised concerns among military personnel. Its unpredictable moments were erratic and swift, suggesting the use of high technology surpassing conventional military surveillance capabilities. This resulted in speculations about the likelihood that the UAP could be some kind of advanced technology from an external origin. Various UFO researchers analyzed the Swift case, drawing comparisons from other similar reports from around the world. Eyewitness accounts from the Iraqi incident were meticulously documented, highlighting the challenges in interpreting and identifying UAPs. Number 8. UFO Encounter by Colombian pilot. Jorge A. Arteaga, a 48-year-old pilot from Arteaga, Colombia, emerged in public in 2023 and captured some of the closest and clearest UFO footage in the clear sky. During the flight over Antioquia in Colombia, Arteaga filmed a large silver saucer-shaped UFO moving at tremendous speed near Arteaga's Colombia plane, defying all laws of physics. The viral video entails footage of the object flying out of the clouds in proximity to the aircraft on a clear day. The co-pilot of the flight, Arteaga, also saw the object, which initially seemed stationary before rapidly accelerating towards them. Arteaga maneuvered the plane in the direction of the UFO to get close, but got frightened and gave up chasing the strange object once it got too close. He was skeptical about it being a balloon or drone, as the altitude and conditions could not support that. It has been endorsed by ufologist Jamie Maussan, who stated that it is one of the largest proofs of unidentified flying objects. Number 9. Humanoid sightings on Brazilian island. In January 2024, reports emerged of two enormous humanoid figures spotted on Ilha do Mel, a small island off the coast of southeast Brazil. The pair of figures, described as being about 10 feet tall, were seen in an online video that depicted them strolling through the island's foothills. Witnesses observed that they walked like humans, swinging their arms as they crossed the rough, rugged terrain, where vegetation grew only up to their knees. As for this sighting, it invited even more speculation about extraterrestrial visits, largely because of the size and activities of the visitors. Number 10. UFO over New York's LaGuardia Airport. On March 25, 2024, over at LaGuardia Airport, New York City, Michelle Reyes, a passenger on a commercial flight, made a video recording of a cylindrical-like object hovering outside the plane. The sighting was witnessed at a distance of about 2,500 feet when the plane was about to land at the airport. Reyes described the object as large and unusual, prompting her to immediately email the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, to report what she believed could be a safety hazard, but she did not get any reply at all. The event received even more attention when Ohio State's Mutual UFO Network Director, Thomas Wertman, reviewed the shoot. He pointed out that the object, which can be described as a luminous disk, behaves like no aircraft or drones, which are not allowed to fly at such altitude. The sighting has fueled ongoing discussions about unidentified aerial phenomena, with many viewing it as a potential indication of extraterrestrial technology. Number 11. UAP observed by the US Navy. In April 2021, a striking UFO encounter was filmed over the territory of the US Marine Corps at 29 Palms, California. About 50 Marines stationed at the camp claimed to have seen a huge, silent triangular object lit with flashing lights. The sighting lasted 10 minutes, as several observers saw the object hovering and moving in a manner not typical for an aircraft, which sparked many speculations regarding its origin. The event started at about 20 minutes past 8 in the evening with the appearance of an unidentified flying object. With their smartphones and infrared equipment, Marines filmed 4 triangular formations of lights. At 8:29 p.m., illumination rounds were let off over the craft, but the UFO was no longer visible when the flares were shot up. In the interviews shown in the footage, people were delighted, shocked, and questioning the idea of the existence of other forms of life in the universe, which shows how the sight affected the Marines. Number 12. 3 UFOs observed in Texas. On September 1, 2018, a remarkable UFO sighting was witnessed by a man named Nick Daly and a host of friends in Tomball, a city in Texas, north of Houston. Returning home after dinner, they saw 3 teardrop-shaped glowing objects hovering and moving in a coordinated manner. The lights occasionally formed a triangle before disappearing and reappearing, captivating the group. Nick, a former U.S. Air Force officer, was sure these lights were unlike any others he encountered before. The group videotaped the lights and executed aerial choreography that was beyond the maneuverability of conventional aircraft or flares. The footage was analyzed by video forensic expert Michael Prime-Moe, and although different perspectives of the video were studied, no evidence of CGI was discovered. Aviation expert Tim McMillan observed that the movements did not correspond to the usual behavior of planes, and if they were drones, the energy needed to sustain visibility would be impractical. Number 13. Middle East UFO sightings. A spherical aerial object was filmed in the Middle East by an MQ-9 drone in 2022. During one of the surveillance missions, the drone sensors captured the orb's appearance. This was a spherical-shaped object with a metallic appearance. The orb's movement was characterized by its smooth and controlled flight patterns, displaying agility that set it apart from known aircraft or drones. Although it had strange movements, this object did not show any signs of discernible technological anomalies that suggested advanced capabilities beyond current comprehension. Number 14. UFO sightings in Sunrise, Florida. In April 2023, South Florida residents were captivated by a mysterious object spotted across the skies, prompting speculation about its origins. Eyewitnesses described a large, luminous orb that appeared to hover silently, displaying movements that defied conventional explanations. As reports flooded in from the Broward Palm Beach line to Miami, the phenomenon sparked intense discussions about the possibility of extraterrestrial life. However, it was later revealed that the object was a balloon prototype from World View, a space tourism startup conducting test flights for a capsule designed to carry passengers to the stratosphere, approximately 23 miles above Earth. Number 15. Oklahoma night sky UFO sighting. On March 4, 2024, in Oklahoma City, many people were surprised by a UFO sighting. Witness Steve Aragona described the bright object as a white object at about 7:29 p.m. in the sky. The object was characterized by a puff of smoke that came out of it, thus making it seem to be falling or splitting itself. Due to this strange motion, witnesses speculated about its nature, with many initially believing it could be a shooting star or something more extraterrestrial. People tried to make sense of what happened, and it was proposed that the object was linked with one of the SpaceX Starlink satellite launches that took place earlier in the day. An aerospace engineer, Dr. Thomas Hayes, said the object might have been the satellites coming back to Oklahoma after about 90 minutes of the launch. The brightness was said to be since, when it was night on Earth, the satellites were still lit up in space. Number 16. South Asia UFO sighting. In between the hearings of Unidentified Anomalous Phenomena, UAP, During the Senate Armed Services Committee on April 19, 2023, the director of the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, AARO, Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick, unveiled provocative footage filmed by MQ-9 forward-looking infrared video sensor in South Asia. The object shown in the video was a small, elongated shape flying through the sensor's camera range of view at high speed, creating what looked to be an atmospheric trail or cavitation. Together with new material shot with a longer lens and commercial aviation data from the area, AARO concluded that the object was a commercial airliner, while the following cavitation was an optical illusion due to video compression. Dr. Kirkpatrick said this more oscillatory movement appeared as a result of the longer focal length and the sensor's efforts to focus on the fast-moving UAP. Number 17. New York UFO sighting. During the Blue Angels show over Long Island, a brief but intriguing UFO was filmed on video because of its remarkable speed. The footage, filmed with the help of TMZ, was just for a split second, where a dark cylindrical shape flying in a clear blue sky zipped past two FA-18 Super Hornet jets, which were also performing at the event. It occurred on Memorial Day and was the second time in recent months that a UFO was sighted in New York. It was described as moving and being seen passing near the military aircraft with an estimated altitude between 35,500 and 41,000 feet. Some of the witnesses have reported seeing an object that looked like a small ball, and they have raised eyebrows over the object's speed. Number 18. Flying saucer filmed from a plane over Colombia. The latest UFO, seen from a flight that was flying from Bogota to Salento, shows a metallic ball that rotates while it glides across the sky. The object, similar to a traditional flying saucer, was recorded while flying in the clear blue skies with scattered white clouds and attracted numerous fans of unidentified flying objects and their critics as well. The footage shows the orb traveling in a straight path, unaided by any visible means of propulsion, raising questions about its origin and purpose. There has been speculation about whether this object was just flying by, or if it was monitoring the aircraft and the passengers on board. The sighting enhances the list of evidence, pointing to the fact that UAPs are real and might also involve visitors from other planets. Number 19. UFO debris. On July 27, 2018, while taking his dog for a walk in Ventura, California, Jesus Morales had a close interaction with an unidentified flying object. When Jesus saw his dog acting strange, he looked up to the sky, and there was an orb hovering above it. For nearly 5 minutes, he filmed the object, and as it came nearer to him, the phone malfunctioned. Jesus described the orb as spinning and mutating, coming within 5 to 10 feet before disappearing into the sky. The object vanished, but it left behind. A piece of material was on the ground. Jesus was curious and decided to investigate further. He took the alleged UFO debris to a welder who attempted to melt it down but found it resistant to heat, claiming he had never seen anything like it before. Skeptics believe that it could have been a mylar balloon. While Jesus is convinced of his experience, experts caution that without concrete evidence linking the debris to the UFO, skepticism remains regarding the true nature of his encounter. Number 20. Cloud-covered UFO. On February 14, 2010, a family having a picnic by the El Yeso Reservoir in the southeast of Santiago, Chile, captured a remarkable photograph that would keep UFO buffs busy for years. The mother took 16 photos of the beautiful Andes view, though the incredible story was revealed only when the family looked at the taken pictures back at home. One photo showed a massive saucer-shaped object embedded within a band of reddish clouds, positioned above bright white cumulus clouds and the sun. The Chilean government then passed the photos to Ted Rowe, the director of the National Aviation Reporting Center on Anomalous Phenomena, NARCAP, who conducted an exhaustive analysis. The analysis of the El Yeso photograph remains a significant case in the study of unexplained aerial phenomena. Number 21. UFO descends into the forests of Tuluá, Colombia. There is a new story of the landing of a UFO in the jungle areas of Tuluá, Colombia. The extraordinary event occurred in the lush forests of Tuluá, where witnesses reported having seen a UFO. They described the UFO as having a sleek, metallic sheen, with the shape of classic flying saucers hovering in the air above the trees and then descending the sky. As it descended, the spectators heard a low, pulsating, humming sound from the object. The dense forests of Tuluá, rich in biodiversity and mystery, have long been a backdrop for tales of the unexplained. This encounter has reignited interest and speculation about what might be lurking in the skies above. Number 22. Strange sight in Japan, June 2024. In June 2024, a sighting of a mysterious light ray was seen by residents in Fukushima, Japan, and the eyewitnesses reported seeing a brilliant beam of light piercing through the night sky, creating an ethereal spectacle that sparked immediate intrigue and speculation. The incident was said to be a single ray that appeared from the sky and blazed through the surrounding scenery, leaving everyone staring in disbelief. A new investigative committee has been formed with more than 80 bipartisan members to study the increasing encounter of UAP, mostly bordering regions such as Fukushima, which has a history of unexplained sightings. Number 23. In the night sky. Vlogger and pilot Captain Ruud van Pangemanen used a Boeing 747 to fly from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia to Abuja, Nigeria at 5 a.m. on August 13, 2024, during which he and other pilots in the cockpit observed several UFOs flying in the night sky in ways that exceeded the possibility of any man-made aircraft. The objects were described by Captain van Pangemanen as very bright, shining, star-like objects that seemed to be swirling or twirling in the sky. From the scenes that van Pangemanen videotaped, it was possible to distinguish at least 3 luminous objects. Number 24. UFO sighting from Moscow. In June 2024, Moscow became an object of attention after a remarkable daylight UFO sighting of a pyramid-shaped object. As for the shape and appearance of an object, witnesses stated that it reflected the light and resembled a shiny object that can often be seen in the twilight. In the triangular formation, 3 large lights were blinking in unison at each vertex of the triangle. When the message of the sighting began to go viral, clusters of images and videos were posted on social media outlets by subjects who claimed to have witnessed the flying object, thus initiating further debates on the source of the sighting. Some people speculated it could be a military aircraft or a new type of drone technology that is still to be discovered, while others believed it may have been the work of extraterrestrials. Number 25. Spherical UFOs observed by U.S. Navy. On July 15, 2019, an extraordinary encounter occurred near San Diego when the USS Omaha, a U.S. Navy warship, detected several unidentified flying objects, UFOs, exhibiting remarkable capabilities. Taken from the ship's Combat Information Center, the footage captured spherical objects moving with astonishing agility, challenging our understanding of aerial phenomena. These were spherical objects measuring 1.83 meters in diameter, and they flew both in the sky and the water. The latter reason earned them the transmedium description. The UFO was able to maneuver and swerve, reaching a speed of 158 miles per hour with the capacity to suddenly dive and go submerged to 500 feet only to resurface. The Pentagon later confirmed the authenticity of the video, further supporting the case of unidentified aerial phenomena. From ancient artifacts to modern technology, from government secrets to personal encounters, the pieces of the puzzle are there for those willing to look beyond the surface. So the next time you gaze up at the stars and wonder if we are truly alone in the universe, remember the 25 pieces of evidence that suggest otherwise. The truth may be stranger than we can imagine. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the unknown. Like and subscribe to our channel. Keep your eyes open and stay curious. Until next time.